Welcome to Systems Alliance. My name is Jexy, and in this video we're going to take a look at the new Comic-Con trailer that just dropped for HBO's new series, Watchmen. So as of course many of you know, Watchmen, originally a graphic novel by Alan Moore, Dave Gibbons, and it's one of the most iconic pieces of literature that even exist. And it's such a great story, but it's so hard to replicate. Even in Zack Snyder's super ultimate director's cut edition, where he basically goes frame by frame, panel by panel from the comic to the movie, it still didn't quite transfer over perfectly. Now, personally, I happen to really like Zack Snyder's take on Watchmen. I think he did it pretty good justice. I can see why some people might not like some of the things, but as far as a comic book movie, I think it deserved far better, not just by critics, but also at the box office. That being said, what it proved is that it's very difficult to do Watchmen correctly, to do it the way that people want it to be done. And when I first heard that they were doing a Watchmen series, I was like, okay, it is a pretty long story. It might make sense for kind of an HBO miniseries, but it's going to be so hard. I mean, despite the things that people did not like in the Zack Snyder movie, it looked amazing. The characters all looked so perfect, exactly how you wanted them to look in real life. So if they don't have the same budget, is it going to look the same? I was just a little bit worried. But then what the creator of the show said is that he's not actually going to use the original source material. He's going to use basically the same beats, the same idea, and this actually takes place apparently decades after the events of the original Watchmen comic series. So that makes me go, oh, okay, well, that's new, that's interesting. I always kind of wondered, after everything goes down at the end of Watchmen, how does the world react? How does it go? I have no idea. Who's still left alive? You just have to really think about it. And are those characters still doing what they're trying to do? Or does it just end like that and everyone just goes their happy ways? Well, obviously they're making a TV series about it, so there's still stuff going on, and I can't wait to see what it's like. Right now, I'm not sold either way. I have no expectations. I'm just not quite sure what a few decades after the Watchmen series even looks like. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check out the trailer.
This is a sting-up! Who are you?
Who am I? If I knew the answer to that, I wouldn't be wearing a mask.
There are people who believe that this world
I love
is
that
fair and good.
aviation technology went in the way of blimps.
It's all lollipops and rainbows. We don't do lollipops and rainbows. We know those are pretty colors that just hide what the world really is. Black and white.
Soon thou shalt save us. And we
He's
will
got to follow him.
We convinced ourselves that they were gone, but they were just hibernating. They came for everybody. Oh, please.
Coordinated simultaneous attacks at the homes of Tulsa PD.
Interesting flag.
So the cops hide their faces, and now the bad guys don't know where they live. And who doesn't want a secret identity?
Ta-da!
People who wear masks are dangerous. We should be scared of them.
Why?
Because they're hiding something.
Lori Blake, FBI. You know how you can tell the difference between a masked cop and a vigilante?
No.
Me neither.
There was a vast and insidious conspiracy at play. If I told you about it, your head would explode.
Who are you?
Maybe, I'm Dr. Manhattan.
He lives on fucking Mars.
You curse too much.
Oh wow, still chilling on Mars? This many years later? You get bored.
Oh, shit.
Seems like chaos.
Nothing ever ends. It's only just begun.
Interesting. Is that Dr. Manhattan? So I would be remiss if I didn't mention that, of course, this is a DC property. And why is it on HBO? Well, because HBO Max is coming. And of course, they're going to have the traditional HBO shows like this one, plus everything else. And obviously, who owns them? Well, Warner Brothers. And of course, DC is a Warner Brothers product, and DC now owns Watchmen. So that's why this is on this channel. But I have to say, that was pretty interesting, this trailer. I mean, it's basically setting up a whole nother world. Sure, we knew the world in the original Watchmen series, but how has it evolved decades later? Clearly you have Ozymandias, or Ozymandias, however you want to say it. I'm not really sure which way it's said, to be honest, but he's still alive. He's still there. You know, guy caught a bullet in his bare hand. Well, sort of bare, he had gloves on. Either way, some of the characters you can clearly see are still around. Obviously, they show Dr. Manhattan. Is that really him at the end? Is that just a guy in blue paint? Obviously, we know how he's supposed to look, whether it be in the comics or in the Zack Snyder movie. It looks better than just a guy with blue paint. However, who knows? I mean, why would he be on Mars for 20 plus years? That doesn't even make sense. I mean, he's like the most powerful being in the universe, or at least the known universe. He's got a lot of stuff to explore. So it makes sense that he's actually maybe not on Mars. Obviously, a lot more interesting stuff going on planet Earth. But yeah, this was pretty interesting to see. I am looking forward to seeing this. And who knows, hopefully it's another anchor for HBO. As I said in another video, they're really going to have to bring it when it comes to content. They're trying to fill that void that Game of Thrones left behind, one of the highest rated television shows of all time. Obviously, you probably aren't going to come up with one single show to replicate those ratings. It's going to have to be with multiple shows, and hopefully those combined can make more than Game of Thrones did, but we're just going to have to see on that. But let me know your thoughts on this trailer. What did you think about it? Did you think it was going to be set that far in the future from the original events? And do you like that they are doing that? Did you want more of a TV series based on the actual comics, whereas this one's definitely making its own stuff up? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comment section below. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, hit me up on Twitter, and we'll catch you next time.